Good morning, everyone. As you can see, the sun is just coming up in Melbourne. That's Australia. And today I have a lecture. I'll be doing one today in Melbourne, which is Wednesday here, and Tuesday in North America. And then I'll be doing another lecture. I'll be doing another lecture tomorrow night, which is Thursday night, again in Melbourne. Then I'll be going to Sydney to do another lecture the following night, which would be Friday night. And then Saturday, I come back to Melbourne and I'm going to be teaching and doing some professional teaching here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I just went for my walk, okay? I went to get a juice from the bar here, and I got to tell you something. This irks me. I'm going to be doing a video, maybe in about an hour, to follow up to this, okay? All right? Doesn't this piss you off? It pisses me off. I go for a really nice walk, okay? I go for a nice walk, beautiful morning, and then I got to read this BS, okay? All right? Okay, can you read that, please? Okay, can you read this, all right? Okay, how do they even get away with it? Okay, how do they get away with it? How do you get away with using mustard gas on children? Okay, how do you get away with it? All right, and then support cancer research cures. Oh, really? Back in 1974, okay, helped discover the cancer cure. Let me just say this. Back in, I think it was 1974, Richard Nixon declared the war on cancer, right? And little do you know, he didn't declare the war on cancer. He declared it on us. If you want to go back and take a look at the stats, why don't you just go and blow your mind how many people back then were actually suffering from cancer and how many are suffering from cancer today, okay? I mean, let's be real here, okay? I mean, I'm in a grocery store here. Their fruit and vegetables section is like small. That's it, over there, here. I don't know how people are doing it, okay? Lori and I yesterday searched to try to find a salad bar. We searched like for an hour, okay? An hour, I'm not kidding. So we came to this store and I got my salad, okay, in these plastic bags, okay? All right? I got them in these plastic bags, very expensive. And then what we did was we bought a whole bunch of salad greens and chopped up stuff, and then we put it together. Anyways, so we're gonna go today and try to find a better grocery store, okay? But as far as really good food here, no. But you know what? Don't insult me, okay? Don't insult me. Richard Nixon, I think it was 1974, declared the war on cancer, and all they wanted us all to come together so that, guess what? We could help them go into gene therapy to help to reverse cancer, when guess what? Cancer has nothing to do with genetics. They did what was called the Genome Project, okay? And they spent, oh my God, they spent multi-millions of taxpayers' money. And did they tell you about the Genome Project? No, because the Genome Project figured it out for them that guess what? Cancer is epigenetic, not genetic. It is not passed through the family, okay? It is passed on through where? Well, it's passed on through your mind, okay, which is a landmine for most. And if you go into any store, grocery store, you better know this, that every grocery store is at least, carcinogenic-wise, I'd say at least every grocery store, they say it's around 90 to 95% that everything in a grocery store today can make you sick. Well, the only thing that can, if it came from the farmer and if it wasn't genetically altered, if it didn't have a peel, A-P-E-E-L, put all around it by Billy, you know, this is just crazy. I'm going to tell you something. 8 billion people, we can't stand up for ourselves. We can't inner stand for ourselves and know that we are spirit beings and we have power, and that if we really just stood in our power and said no, you listen to me, I teach one thing, one main thing, and that's unconditional love for yourself. If you had unconditional love for yourself, you wouldn't buy this BS, okay? You wouldn't be shoving garbage into your mouth like you're a garbage can. I'm serious. Most people have 4 inches of consciousness, and then guess what? They've got 30 feet of hell, and everybody's running around with this itis, this condition, that condition. There are no diseases. There's just signals from your body that you don't know how to love and care for yourself. That's it. And you will put up with it, won't you? You'll put up with the chlorine, the fluoride in your water. You'll put up with them getting rid of glass and bringing in plastic. You'll put up with everything's wrapped in either plastic, which is petroleum, or it's wrapped in aluminum foil, which is really great for what? Alzheimer's, okay? Aluminum poisoning, mercury poisoning. I mean, let's not stop, eh? Let's just go out there and kill everyone. That's what I would do. Yeah, I'll tell you that. This really, I'm going to be in a good mood today. I love my life, and I really do love my life, and I rock my world. But I'll tell you something, like, this is it. Just know this: 99 out of 100 people buy this BS. Help discover cancer cures and give us all your money, okay? Support cancer research, right? Okay? Does even the... How many people even know that chemo is made from mustard gas, which came from the Second World War, which they're not allowed to use in any wars anymore, but they can use it on the hospital floor? Let me tell you, they're not just after you, they're after your children. Where is everyone? Okay? Let me tell you something. If you're watching the news, then you're mentally challenged and you have so much anxiety that you're in depression. Did you know that right now stats are saying that 94% of the world is in depression? Wow. When's the last time that you had depression and you were on the ball and somebody couldn't pull your pants down again? All right? You know, I think the biggest thing is that we dishonor ourselves, okay? And we dishonor the children that are coming into this world. Anyways, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put something together here and tell you how I feel. Or maybe I already did, I don't know. But I'll be lecturing tonight and in Melbourne. If you go to braveheartnation.com or BHNUniversity.com, because yes, I'm opening up a university, and yes, you can get your doctorate through our university, and yes, we're approved by over 220 higher learning schools around the world. So understand something, there's a new world coming, and I'm going to be part of that, and this new world is going to be, I'm not putting up with all this stuff. If I'm living on this planet, I'm not going to put up with the BS, and guess what? Do you think your silence is strength? No. And most of you are silent, okay? There's a few people that speak up, and then the rest of you are silent. And understand something. Silence is the disease, okay? You should be speaking up. I'm not telling you to go stand on a street corner, but speak up for yourself. Look what you're willing to eat, okay? And you do know that every celebration, every time you celebrate, and every time you have a holiday, and almost every weekend, you poison yourself. Yes, yes. I'm not talking about you, but the majority of the population, they poison themselves. Really? Come on, honey. We're going to go celebrate. Whether it's your wife, whether it's your husband, whether it's a little child. Well, everybody gets to be poisoned, okay? That's the God's truth. Enough. You know what? I'm in Melbourne. The people that I've met here are really beautiful. And understand something, okay? When I came into, and I flew into the airport, you know, the first thing I saw, okay, all right, I didn't see border protection. They say border force here, border force. And then I mentioned that to some of the people that live in Melbourne, and they go, oh my God, I've never even noticed border force, border protection. Yeah, we don't need any more force, okay? We don't need to force it to make it fit. And let me tell you something. Don't give me the BS about love. I mean, we can't live without love, but everybody will take any contaminated love. They will do really bad things for love, and all they had to do was love themselves. But understand, that's going to be the hardest thing that you will ever be able to do in your life, is to love yourself. And they've planned it that way, okay? We are created by God Almighty, the source, and we're 99.9% spirit, so you better feed your spirit and stop drinking spirits, okay? And that's the reality. Everybody better wake up right now, okay? They call this the harvest for a reason. And understand something. I'm having the time of my life, but when I see posters like that, you know what? Here's the deal. What do you want in your life? What do you want to become? What do you want to see in your life? Mind your own business. So that means that whatever you want, you're going to put 100% into that. You are not going to mind the business of anything else going on here, because most businesses are probably going to close, okay? And mind your own business. If you don't want to mind your own business, okay, and eat right, think right, drink right, and exercise, and also say, where do I want to live? Do I want to live in the city where it's not 5G anymore, it's 10G? Okay? Do I want to live in the city where it's polluted? Do I want to live in the city where they can do anything they want, anytime they want? Let me tell you something. These psycho elite, they are lazy asses. And they won't go out to the country. They won't even go out 2 miles outside the city. But I'll tell you something. They want to herd us all like cats, rats, in the city. So when they decide to do whatever they want to do or call some kind of a pandemic, they can just do it. And understand something. There's no such thing as a world crisis. Why don't you tell me what a world... There is no such as a world crisis where the whole world is in crisis. But the whole world was just in crisis for 3 years, okay? So guess what? Stay away from your TV, okay? All right? Stay away from the news, okay? Mind your own business and ask yourself, what type of environment should you live in, okay? If you're addicted to a city, then you're toxic already. And that's it. All right. I'll be coming on later. Thanks for letting me do my rant, but I'll tell you something. Don't show me a poster of a child that just lost all its hair because he just got served mustard gas. I'm not really into that this morning. Thank you.